Welcome to the Breakfast Club. My name is Darren Hancock, and this is ThetaWaveTrader. It's 6:56 here in Canada in the morning on the 26th of January. No, sorry, 22nd of January, 2026. I was going to say 1926. Man, oh man. It all happened to all of you. I'll get older one day. Anyway, here we go. So let's have a look at the market. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome to the day. Thank you for your time. Let's see if we can't give you a nice little setup this morning. All right. We've had this incredible little run higher since, what time was that yesterday? 8 a.m. yesterday. We just had that nice little tear off up, came all the way back down, re-engaged our order block to the left on the first turn, hit it, and then just rejected straight off of that. We came back down into the top of the next one. Higher, or back inside this little imbalance right here. Run higher. We did not come back into that level. So now that we've run out that high, I want to see that high get tagged. It just did. Oh, no, it didn't. It was close. And then ran higher. So we've got like a B level, A level trade there for a graded response on the hourly trade. That's an A level right there. B level would have been right in the consequent encroachment of this. C would have been 75. D fulfill. All we needed was just the A level, like an institutional order flow entry drill, but it which would have been on a 3-hour chart, and go higher. So it's all looking good. See if we can't see the push. Oh, now where's the upside objective, you say? First upside objective. We're in it already. The next one is 771. Then 812. 771 and 812. There's 771. And 812. And then where we got after that? $832. Nope. $864. That's the upside I have right now. Good morning, Hadi. How you doing, buddy? And Reza. How are things this morning, gentlemen? I hope you're both doing well. Hope your families are well. That 855 may be a bit of a, right around here might be a bit of a sticking point. So we'll see if that manifests. Pretty good. How are you today? I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking. Looking at gold here as well. Let's have a look at ES. This is what I'm concerned about, is that we're going to make another big run down here. So when you're in it for a long like that, you want to give it a lot of legs, you got to be below the discount box. We could just run from here straight down into here, get a response off of that and head higher. And keeping in mind, we have not retested this or this. None of this down here has been retested. So there's a strong likelihood we're going to come down and get that first and then go higher. So all good on site. Same with family. Hope you and your family are doing fine. Yep, everyone's good. Morning, Randy. Getting your ice skates out for the weekend. Nice. There's the retest. Go lower now. I'm going to try taking one lower here. I'm going to be just above that high and see if we can't catch a return back into this here. We came right up into the consequent encroachment of that new day opening gap. Ran back down through it. We've tagged it right here. I just want to see if we're going to run these lows out and retag this area down here that we haven't hit yet. Sarcasm, not looking for to this weather. I know my parents have got like minus 29 today, and that's Celsius. So, you know, 0 is 30 for you guys. So minus 29, I think, is minus 30 is like 0 degrees for you guys. I'm not sure, but it's freaking cold up here, especially in Winnipeg. And we ourselves, I think, today we're headed for like +2 or something like that. Oh no! Wow, we go from we're at minus 15 right now. Not that you guys give a shit about the weather here, but we're going from minus 15 to minus 4. That's not so bad. Anyway, so I'm just heading down to this. I'm not grabbing much. It's just grabbing a quick little run here. So I don't want to see that get retested now. This has got to hold now that we've traded at or below it. Keep coming. I'm going to go for no, I can still hit that. Let's take it out that low. Take out that low, and then I'll go to break even. So it's a zero stress trade. We're heading for this area here. So anyway, sorry about the weather there, Randy. I was off on a little tangent there. Hope the weather improves or find a way to enjoy it. The skates is a great idea. Let's take a couple of those off. If it takes me back, that's out. These look like paid something for that little dip down. So that's the retest of the old high here. And one little tick into this low. This low on this candle was 6.9. It's a 52.50, and the low on this candle was 52.50. So there was no tick below that. That's just like right on the money. So now what I want to see is just get back through here and back through this. And then we got box to box run. Go 1 second, good. Now come back down, give it a little tap. And you're right inside that little bull trap now, so you got to wait for the trap to go, and then you'd have to, might as well have to wait for this premium to let go. So unless you take it right there and it taps it and goes, stop loss would have to go below 50% of that. See, it already jammed right through it. So now I want to see it start going higher. It jammed right through there. Tag this last order block. Now you want to see that go higher. Randy lives in Toronto as well. Nice. Oh no, he doesn't. You're asking if he's there outside of Atlanta. Supposed to get a bunch of ice out there. And look at the hourly. Look at the hourly, he says. Hourly is a nice little tag off the top. That's nice. That would be a nice. I talked about that earlier. Is this first little run into here would be like an institutional order flow entry. Usually it's the first or second candle. Third one, okay, I'll take it. So it's a level entry. So I want to see that now. Use this as support to go higher on the hourly. That little bull trap. Be careful of that. Still hasn't gone through it. See how we've instantly come back into it? Shouldn't be doing that. So we may still be visiting further down here yet. This is just a run back into the mean threshold of this breaker here. So for me, you've got to get back above that level and take this breaker out and then use the breaker from above to push higher. Some places expecting 2 feet of snow. Did you see that whole Russia thing? I've been watching videos and I keep thinking, is this AI? But they've had like 5 meters of snow. That's 25 feet of snow. And it's like burying apartment blocks. They've got these massive trenches cut in the snow so people can get around, tunnels. It's like, no, I wouldn't want to go through them tunnels. You never want to trust a snow tunnel. Anyway, would like Lake Ontario frozen at the shore last night. Wow. If we get ice there, they're forecasting unlikely to lose power. Ooh, man, that's not good. Good morning. Well, I hope you guys are safe, man. Do you have a backup generator there, Randy? Good morning, Vitaly. Yeah. Now we're down into there. 1 tick below there now. Well, let's see this starts picking up, going higher. Where are we inside this whole range as well? So you got to kind of look at that as well. Yeah, see, we're over the 50%. So we're in the discount box. We just banged off an old regular trading hour gap here. Fuzzy. I see Wicks, chicken and pork. That's a good one. AD, where in Alberta are you? Do you get lots of snow? Uh, I'm in the southern part of Alberta, like Calgary, and it's not, we get snow and then it melts. Like we hardly have any snow left. Like we get these Chinooks that come through. Like we've had really cold weather, then all of a sudden it just, you see the Chinook forming in the sky and you go, oh, this is going to be awesome. And then next minute you're like 10 degrees, snow's melting like crazy, but it just makes everything super treacherous here. All the side streets that never really get shoveled, people just keep driving on it and packing it all in, just turns into a giant ice rink. So for elderly people, if your sidewalks haven't been done, it's just brutal because broken hip central, man. So right now all our side streets are just packed in ice. This is what I want to see here. This is beautiful. I've been long in this for a while now, so I was a little bit underwater. I think I got in right here. 55. Yeah, I got in right here. So let's see if it tags this old high right there and keeps going higher. Not yet. I live on a houseboat with no power. I only have propane heater for heat, but grills and propane stove. So make sure your flutes are all protected, man. You don't want any snow packing your flutes, otherwise you'll be all dying of freaking carbon monoxide poison in there. Make sure it's all well ventilated. I'm sure it's all set up nicely. What's a Chinook? A Chinook is like this warm air current that comes from California, and it comes up and it forms off the mountains, and you get this like straight line of cloud on one side, open sky on the other side, and you go, and it's a big ring that just goes, or a big line that goes all the way down south and up north, and it doesn't go up north very far, but right through Calgary, it's everything starts warming up, man. All the snows, all you see is the brown grass outside, and the weather just gets warm. You can literally go from 30 degrees below zero all the way up to, you know, +3, +4, +10, like a 40-degree jump. It's crazy. You look at my parents' place, so they're -30 today. For us, we had like +4 yesterday, so it was yeah, we must have something coming through because it's going up to -1 by next Saturday. It's always good having a little California winds come through here, and they come up quite frequently, so you can probably get half a dozen Chinooks in a winter season. So the season here is quite mild, but it's great for the skiers because out in the mountains, it's always snowing. They get massive amounts of snow out there. I have a CO detector. Boat leaks air enough. My boat leaks air enough. I love it. Not a problem. We'd use propane heat for years. No problem. Okay, good. Just make sure that when you're looking at all that snow dump, I've seen it too much in the fire department, man. People in these little campers and stuff, you get so much snowfall, it starts plugging up vents, and people get gassed inside these places. So if you're expecting 2 feet of snow, that's a lot of snow. All right, where are we going from here? This is looking better. We got a little return back to an old high. Didn't get tagged here, but we finally tagged it here, which is just enough. Tagged off an old regular trading hour gap, which is nice. We have a little tiny run above a little high here, and now I want to see this candle get taken and that premium box, because right now we're between this discount box right here and this premium box. So just that one candle alone came into that box, and then we came back up. You've already hit the premium once, so there's the premium again on the edge. So that's box to box, small little box to box is going on. Now we would just want to see this move into model number 3, which is extension model, and then the continuation model for further upside. So let's look at so we're still expecting, there's a small little imbalance right here. Stretch it out, you'll see it sitting right here. That's the small imbalance that we're looking at. This is the same one over here in ES. So that's it right there. Now we're looking for the premium. This is the premium, is a bigger run here. So there's your discount. Premium box is right above you. And we don't have a little run above that high yet. See how we've got a run above here and here. So that tells me that ES is strong and it wants to drive this higher. So then if this is the lagger, then that's a nice little pop right there into some profit. So now you want to see that run through here, and then you look for your take profit model. Remember, this is one giant freaking suspension block right here. No, it's not. This is just the smaller version of this suspension. It just doesn't have the topping on it. And that one there is by itself. So that's P1 in here. P2 is right there. Morning, Abs. How you doing, buddy? How's things? Look at this. Turn here. Nice little pop above, come back, retest, go higher. Watch this one, pop up above, come back, retest. Now I want to see it continue to, I want to see it continue to get through here now. I like that for a buy. I like that. Let's just get through this next bull trap here. Yeah, we're right in there. There's a little tiny bissy right here. Sibby bissy overlap here. And we've already slightly closed above it. So you're inside the bull trap. So let's see if that gets above that little bull trap. Then you got the next one here and next one. So there's lots of little traps for you to catch you off here. But I could see this running for this little level right here. And then eventually working its way to the breaker. Unfortunately, it's got to do it by lots of chopping. Like these are the steps you want to get up on top of, right? Let's have a look through this real quick. I've got like 11 minutes to see if this goes. And I love to see that NQ take off now, or ES. It's starting to run now. See, we got through that level. Literally right on it. And then left. Nice. Let's look here. This is good. See how the soybeans, it took us a long run here, right? We've got a consolidation. We have a nice displacement candle. So when you see this nice displacement above a consolidation, start looking for a CAM 1 entry. So your CAM 1 entry is right off the top here to the bodies. CAM 2 is at 50%, so there's a nice CAM 1 entry right there. We ran higher. If I'm just inside this range here, a full fill of your SIBI, done, or CAM model to CAM model. Remember, when I was teaching that stuff, I'd say you hunt for the difference between the two. So whatever that distance is between here and this one, that's what you're hunting. So you pay yourself at the next CAM model entry and then you wait to see cam 2 fail, then you know you want to go higher. So cam 2 is right here. It fails. We close above it, come back into it, which is the top of the SIBI here. Send it higher. Now we're looking for rejection block, which you just got hit. Now we're looking for this little box right above you, right there, for soybeans. If you're into soybeans, that is. And what's next? Coffee. Coffee's in a nice little turn here now. See how we take out the 50%? If we take the 50% out, look for the one that didn't get tagged, which is this one here. We didn't get tagged until here now. And then we reject off of it, looking for this candle here to get supported, to get wicked into here. It moves the 50%. Look for the SIBI that didn't. And there you go. There's the retest. Now you want to see this high get taken and come back and tag the top of this one more time. Right there at 348.25. And coffee should go higher. Should go higher inside this range here. And wheat. Don't have anything in wheat. Wheat does these big gaps open. And that's like regular trading hours, I would assume. Yeah. This is looking good. Watch for a retest of the weekly. We can see a retest of this and then send that higher. Look for government bonds to we've got an institutional order flow, so this would be great if we could see that just leave straight from here and leave this open as a breakaway gap and then start seeing bonds go higher. I can't remember if the bond yield affects interest rates inversely. You guys will have to let me know. I can't remember how the bonds, when the bond market goes up, interest rates go down, so that affects the stock market. The stock market goes up or vice versa. I'm not sure. Don't take my word on that, but I know how this affects interest rates. And then interest rates, if the interest rates are high, it affects the stock market. It makes it go down. And if interest rates are lower, then bond market or the stock market goes higher, typically. Gold. Dang, I was in a gold trade yesterday. And on my live account, I got in right here. And then I woke up this morning and it was coming back down. And I thought, if it breaks this low, then I'm on the wrong side of this. And it did. And I got out like right here. And then it turned. It starts to come back up again. It's like, God dang it. At least I got from there to there. And I initially had this as my target. So I got greedy and went for the highs. I didn't pay myself at the first premium box. I didn't do it. So then I lost from potentially here to here. That's all profit. I gave up. Could have been out of that and just waited for a new high to get taken and then look for market structure shift and keep running on that one. So for right now, we've got this SIBI has not been activated yet on gold. Yes, it has. You must include this imbalance right here. We traded above, we're back into it, keep going higher. There's P1. This is an immediate rebalance. Quickly, immediately rebalance that and then send it higher. So now I'm looking for this whole area right here in the premium side. And then I'm looking for model 3. Once we get through this, we got one more just above you here. I'll pull this one up just to include that right into the mean threshold of this candle. So you want to see it pop through here. There's the beginning of it there. Pop through, find some support at that, and then use this candle as support to go higher. Or whatever high gets cleared out here, that's the high you want to see support price. I want to see a nice displacement candle here. That's doing good, D. Thanks for asking. I don't know. Sure, Atlanta will be getting any snow, but treacherous ice. If wind speed power could be without electricity for days, not going to. Ouch. Okay. You got enough propane though, I hope, hey Randy. I like to see ES close. New week opening gap, which is already done. Good morning, family. Good morning, Paulette. How you doing? How's my mom doing? My mom's doing much better. She started taking some antibiotics. She started improving. She finished her antibiotics, and then the coughs come back again. So that's the one where I start to go. Most doctors, when they do these, they just give you this and your basic antibiotics, and they don't really ever do a test, like a sputum test for what specific bug is in your body, because bugs have specific drugs that they're responsive to, and they can get really strong. And if you don't knock them down, or you don't give a long enough run of an antibiotic, you kill out all the weak ones, and then the strong ones rebound, and you end up getting a stronger bug, more resistant to the antibiotic. So then you have to go to a higher antibiotic and a stronger antibiotic. Then you end up being on it for a long period of time, and then that tends to affect your flora in your gut, because you kill everything, the good bacteria in your gut as well, and you end up getting some intestinal issues and so on and so forth. So if you have to take antibiotics, you really want to take the right one for the right amount of time, and then get the hell off of them, because there's very limited supply of antibiotics that are out there. A very limited supply of, not supply in terms of numbers, but of ranges of antibiotics we can use for killing bugs. And the bugs are getting stronger and stronger, because people just keep prescribing antibiotics for every little thing. And you really need to allow your body to attack the bug and do its thing. And only then, when it can't, you take some antibiotics to help assist you, right? But if you can't get over the finish line, then the bug just gets stronger, and you get this rebound formation, and you're chasing it again with more bugs. And then you end up with VRE, something like that, just like vancomycin resistant enterococci, which is really bad, because that's the strongest drug they have. And well, they used to. They probably changed now since I've been out of the market. Yeah, and there's nothing you can do for them. There's just bugs galore, and they're scared to kind of get out there in the world, because if you got you're resistant to any antibiotic, that sucks, man. Mercer, all those bugs end up making a mess of your life. Anyway, that's kind of a long answer right there, Abs, for your question. So yeah, she's doing well, thanks. Looking to see you close. Good morning. I am good, thank you. How are you? I'm good, thank you, Paulette. 7 tanks. They last. Oh, you got 7 tanks. Oh yes, good for you, Randy. That's a prepared man. I like to hear it. Well done. Anyway, that's gold. I'm looking for gold to continue to pump up higher now. Get through this premium box. So you've got box. No, this box. Yes, you did. You got box to box here already. Internal range liquidity hunt. So we've got reversal, internal range liquidity hunt. Then we've got model 3 and 4 for continuation. So that's what we're looking for there in gold and silver and gold. I'm up to 310 now. Oh, look at that. Silver just took off in that last minute. Look at that displacement. So what's gold doing? Is gold giving a big pump? Pump it up. So silver, look at the bodies respecting all of this in here. This whole SIBI. Bodies respecting it, pumping it. And then you want to get back above this premium box right here. And you watch, if I take out this premium box, and you guys, You'll see it so many times, and I know it might be boring for some of you because I keep going over the same shit every day and I don't teach you anything new, but that's it. What more do you need? When you can see a precision like this and it comes back and retests it with precision like that and sends it higher, what more do you need? And that's the continuation model right there. We've got the extension model already. It went straight into extension. Then you're looking for continuation. It's come back and retest old highs, or come back into institutional order flow entry drill, whatever. That is a full D level trade. From once you get a run above it, you want to see this fair value gap stay open. So it's A, B, C, and D. The D makes sense if it comes back and tags that, and then you're in this nice little silver run higher. Oh, and it's already schmuck. Whoa, what happened there? It ran down. ES is going higher. Why isn't NQ catching up? He refuses to go higher. All right, well, let's put our all right, well, maybe NQ will catch up now. They've run their lows out, so let's see if they do a big reversal here, because NQ is totally out of sync with ES right now. ES is like, nope, not going any lower. I'm going higher. And NQ is saying, hell no, let me come back and grab all these suckers out here that want this to go higher, and then I'll send it higher. Right? Good morning, Mr. Carrot Sniper. Good morning, Derek. How are you doing, buddy? So this is a retest of this. We can either send this lower, which is that gonna force ES to come down? Who knows? I'm in a risk-free trade now, that 55 level. I'm like right here. So yeah, it just took me out. That's too much chop for me. Too much chop for me. What's NQ doing now? Are we getting a rebound? Nope. They're dragging everything down here. So if we do, look for a retest of this here. So this is the first initial salvo. Market's going lower. And then we want to see it just pull everybody, take all this stuff out that's down here, come back, retest this right at the 4 hour would be nice. And then look for a reversal here on the 1 minute to send this higher. So you're looking for any opportunity below here now, and here, and here, and here, and here for a 1 minute reversal. That gold just took off now. Look at that. Frustrating. Frustrating. Should have just got back in as soon as I recognized this. I would have just come to work a little earlier, a little later today. I could have been here and gone, okay, that swing's done. I can still be in that. Oh, well. So that's the displacement we're looking at. So now we're looking for a model 3. Watch the tag of this high here. I'll take that higher. It's a bit frustrating when you see Trading View just does not give you a trade like instantly, right? You don't want to see lose this more than 50%, so that's it. You don't want to see this turn into something ugly now. I want to see that go higher. 50% of that range. NQ still waiting for a reversal. Yeah, so we're looking for that reversal now, Hadi. I agree totally. Thought I was getting NQ and bought SI. Big mistake. Thankfully, it didn't dump 1,000 on me. Don't overlook the midpoint of the regular trading hour gap. There's the retest of the high. So now I want to see this reverse here. And then that bull trap let go. Then you're targeting above you here. This is all good. That's the retest we're looking for. Now come back in here. Before you run that out, come back and give us a little kiss right here. Is there a little imbalance right there? There is a tiny imbalance right there. Right there. I'll take 2 there. Come on. So you can't put a stop loss in there if your trade is not in, and then all of a sudden they put it in and it's ripped totally through your stuff. You need this thing to execute your trades. Like, look at that, hey? Look at the delay in that. So I'm going to be just back in here. And take profit's going to be up in, I would say right here, P1, P2. Let's go for this one right here. There's a couple that's it can trade through first. I want to look for that one up there. As soon as it takes out that, I'm going to move to break even plus the cost of the trade. So it's a zero stress trade now because we still have the bull trap in play. So I want to see it trade above the bull trap and start running the sucker higher. And as soon as it takes out this little high right here, you can pay yourself. You don't see the bull traps holding. And at least you make your money back. So now the bull trap has to break for the upside and then get in on it. We just gotta wait for this to pop through. I just want to see it get right above here and then use this as support to go higher. And the reason is right there, this could just roll over. We can get one more little drive down into this busy here. I like the fact we've retested this old high and we're getting a nice little snap off that. So this, well, you want to see continuation here. So there's another internal range liquidity hunt. We're already over 50% of that, are we not? Yeah, we're well over 50%. So this is like there's wicks at over 50. There's nothing, no bodies over 50. So it just tells me we haven't got a lot of strength there right now. So that's why I'm kind of looking at that bull trap and thinking I'm not going to take that long until that bull traps. This was ideally would have been great had we seen that close above here. I did not pay myself at the little rejection block right here. This little guy should have, didn't. Looking for the high. And then when it was coming down, I was like, I should have taken a little portion off there. But anyway, we'll see how this little guy acts right here. If we get on the wrong side of this now what I'll be looking for is a this guy to provide support and come lower. We're going to dig down deeper into this. That's why the bull trap, you got to be careful. So if you're still long on that, you got to be careful inside this range here. This has to hold price. We've had multiple times it comes down. It's trying desperately to hold, but it's wrestling between this area here and that bull trap. And that's where we're stuck right now. And yes, gold went higher. So I am moving my stop loss to a dandy little profit now. I want to see this take off here now. So I'll take some profit. Look at that. Nice little retest. Off you go. Now it can come back into half that wick, but I don't want to see that. We should take off a couple off of there. Burp, burp. We'll sell one there. We'll make a bit of change off that. Right at that level. Send it. Move my stop loss into. Oh, it's going to tag me out. Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. That's all right. I'll take a couple of grand there. See how that? So we traded through it, came back into it, and there. That's the short right there. Did anybody get the short? I teach you that stuff every freaking day. We'll look for that. Once we trade through that, this is what we said right before that happened, and I ran off to see gold. We want to see it close below that level, come back, retest it. That's our range extension. And now you want to see a continuation, or that's all you need. No. Yeah, you're in a level C trade right there. That's 75% of that BISI. So now would be a nice little time to see a reversal. Because right now a continuation has to be a body that trades below here, and we don't have that. All we've got is an extension. There's no continuation now. And especially if we come back through this bull trap overlap, wait for structure shift first. So now I want to see this breakthrough here. That's the first indication we're changing direction. Catch that for a long, and then wait. Don't actually get in on that because you're right into the bull trap already. And you're way up in the premium portion of this little swing here. So just wait. Like another drive down. Very good, Russell. Too soon. Out. We'll wait. Yep. Flat. Too soon. Patient. Follow the rules. Yes, we have no sweeps. 1 hour. Yes. Very good, Russell. I like the way you're thinking. Slow your brain down now, man. Mellow out. Take some. I took my theanine this morning. That helps to keep you calm. And gold went higher. Just came back enough to take me out, and then went higher. Like, look at that, right. See where the little arrow is down here? Right near the end of my thing. So I pulled it up a little tight. So we'll see if that continues to send it higher. Silver, where did silver go? We may get one more little dip into here, the 50% of this, like the look for this, and then look for a reversal here for silver to go higher. What's our Forex friends doing? This was from yesterday. We're looking for this premium box. We came down, we've retested this BISI back here. And you notice how when we look for it, you test it and go higher, there's your higher. That's your range extension rule right there. Then all of a sudden it closes back below it. You go, good. If we close below it, we're getting in a short now. And there's your short. You came back into it one more time, tested it again, went short. You're looking for this range in here, looking for this BISI to get filled. Comes all the way back down, hits the BISI, closes below it. Then you say retest the BISI and send it lower. Sends it lower. Watch this level here. Do we trade above it? No, we don't. Wait for the next one. Trade above it? No, we don't. Next one. We keep going lower. Trade above it? Yes, we do. And then we have that one displacement candle that takes out this, the premium level, and this SIBI on the other side. And you say, when I told you before, when you get it taking out all these candles, we look for, in this case, it's closed above, right there, it's closed above these little BISIs or these little bull candles. So you say, and the 50% of that bull candle, I don't want to see it get trade through. If it does, we're retesting this. And it did. It went right through it, hit it, and then went higher. Did not come all the way back down into that. We didn't want to see that. You want to see the most it do is come back into this level right here. And it did perfectly and then went higher. Wait for the high to get taken right there. Come back, retest it, and then send it higher. Same rules applied at Forexes they do, or same models applied to everything, literally everything. It's a beautiful thing. So one displacement candle takes out this guy here, and then takes out this guy right here, and then takes out, doesn't take out the low. So this is your active one. Comes back into the active one, and then boom, sends it lower. Same rule. Works and works. That's euro. Holy schmackers, your NQ is really taking a dive, hey? Look at that. That was a nice little retest. If you would have still been in that, you were in for a nice little run. So here's your extension or continuation. Low taken. Now you want it, the low is swept here. You come back into it and send it lower. We wanted a body to close below here, so you come back and retest this wick and low. It wasn't until this new low was created, so that was our extension rule, that the extension gets retested and then we send it lower. So now you're back into this SIBI over here now. So we still don't have a reversal yet. So if you're marrying the idea of this going higher, forget that right now, because if we break this, then we're back into this bigger run, back down into this discount that wasn't hit. And this BISI hasn't been tagged yet. So watch for this level here to give way on the hourly at 546. So 546. I'm looking down here at 546. And what else we got? Oh, we never finished off this guy, did we? All right, so for you Forex dudes, look for, see how the American dollar and now is coming down into this SIBI here. We've retested the SIBI. Now we can come down just a touch more to 98.51, and we'll see how it acts inside there. If we get a reversal on the 1 minute, start to look for these guys here hitting their premium level and reversing off of that. So if this starts to reverse, expect that premium box to hold price and for them to continue to retrace back down into this smaller range here. Does that make sense? So this coincides with this. So when you see that roll over and this roll over, expect when you're watching this Dixie now to see that 1 minute, 5 minute reversal. That takes it all the way down to here. There's a little tiny imbalance down there too at 98.444. If you get a kick off of that, if you can get a wick through there, start looking for a rejection block. And if it literally closes below there, you look at this for a retest higher, which would be the range extension rule. And then you want to see a continuation above that high. And that's what you're looking for. This, if it breaks these lows, hunts these lows out here, watch this level right here for support and take it lower. So that should push euro and British pound higher. And right now, euro is the stronger one of the two. See how this is flat and euro's taken off? As Michael used to say, when you see one consolidating like this gives room for the other one to catch up. If there's been a run higher, this allows this guy to catch up. So we're up into a premium level. This premium's already been tagged. Discount's been tagged. And see how we're just sitting on the discount box right now, and we've got consolidation. We're expecting to see a displacement, tag, and go higher. If we lose this, you should see this massive area consolidation turn into a retest, cam model 1, take out that high, look for a range extension, which is what this guy is right here. We're looking for a range extension, and then a continuation model off the top of that. If that gets taken on the downside, just so you know. Bitcoin, what's Bitcoin up to? Oh, there's a nice little short. We came here just in time to catch the continuation candle. I want to see, no, we got a reversal going on here. Where are we inside that range? You're allowed all the way up to here. If you lose that, that's the ideal spot right there, because if it goes above that high, get yourself out for a small loss. So this is already in a test for a short. So now you're looking at 1 minute chart and you're looking for an opportunity to catch a short here. So now that you see this area getting tagged, ask yourself, what am I in on the higher time frame? So if my higher time frames are consolidation, retest the consolidation, roll over and go lower. Sorry, where was I? Consolidation, roll over, go lower. Then we're looking for this level to get retested, and then this to continue coming lower here. So what are we looking for? In order to confirm that, you either take the trade right there on the, you scale in 1, 2, 3, and you don't want to see it break above that, so your stop loss will be nice and tight. Make sure it's just above these guys as well. Up here. Oh, I'll be right back. Ooh, it's cold out there. It's cold. See, there's a nice little reverse. Look at that scale in, going lower. Now, as soon as it takes out this low right here or rejection block, pay yourself and move your stop loss from where I was suggesting up here into break even plus the cost of the trade, and you're risk free on the low, and you're heading down for Bitcoin. Anyway, there's your reversal for Bitcoin. Russell. lot of one-worded responses. 10 a.m. Don't trust the longs. Let's have a look at the German DAX. Ours are DAX working, so we're consolidating in the DAX for 15-minute. So you don't want to see 24,772 get taken on the downside. 772 on the downside. I don't want to see that get taken. In and around there. We could see a wick get through here into this level, but I'd like to see that hold. This would be a nice little consolidation. Quickly run out all the stops that are sitting below the market right down into this little guy right here, and then send it higher and take out the high. So we're looking for this on a 15-minute chart to give you a displacement candle. So you want to see this displace above or below the market. Ideally, this little bull flag that's forming here, you want to see a displacement above, come back, find support at this level or this little gap, and start pushing higher. Don't chase it. Wait for your setup. Wait for the rules. Listen to Russell's rules of engagement. Follow the rules. Russell's rules. Remember we were calling for Citibank for that reversal off this level? Look at that. Opened below that the level I said we don't want to see that get through there. It opened below it, wicked into it. Now we're just tagging it. Now I want to see it continue to roll over and come lower and take out more of this relative equal sell side liquidity here. And I'd wait for a reversal there. So Gary, if you're watching, keep your eyeballs on this down here. And if you can get through that, look for this to provide support and continue to come lower. If not, you got to wait for a reversal down here if you want to catch another run back higher. Right now, this is got to get through that 50% again, sit on top of it, clean this out, take out this bull trap, and then send it higher into this BISI here if you're looking for Citigroup to go higher. So far that's working out as we predicted. I don't see anything else going on in anywhere else yet. Disney finally, see how we said if it broke through there, then we're on the wrong side of this. It's not going any lower. Put the sticks out there, and it closed through the sticks yesterday. And then now we're back up into here. So you'd have to wait for all this to get cleared out for Disney to go higher. They're right back in the middle of that consolidation. Not crazy about that. And that could be a cam 3 from above. So you'll have a cam 1, 2, and 50% of that leg makes a cam 3. Disney, that's it. I'm done there. Let's go back over here. Nice little short. Trade above, nice long. Trade back into the range. Takes out the little next high candle. Or wait for this candle to get taken out. Takes it out, pay yourself, move to break even. Quickly comes back and takes you out at break even. So you got paid there. That's following the rules. Takes out the most immediate high. Creates it there. Then comes back up, gives you a little opportunity to get your trade out, a portion of it out, and then it takes out the low, trades back into the low, and keeps going lower. That was our downside objective number 1, and we're already starting to wick through that. So now I want to see if this level right here gets used as support. So I'm looking for right here to right there. Let's see what happens there. silver and gold up to? Turned right there. Body traded below it. We came back into it. Send it lower. Took out the low. Went straight into a continuation model. Or not a model, just extension. Went straight into continuation. So the good thing about extension and continuation is you could get continuation straight off extension. You can skip straight over that rule and just let it run. So either way, once you catch it on the extension portion or the test, like if it just pops through here and you get the continuation, you've got the short. It overlaps, dovetails. Now you're looking for, let me get rid of this, there. Looking for this. And I'm looking for that bull trap to let go. And the bull trap, and that's so close, it's not worth running into because you're in the premium portion of that. So just wait. Gold came all the way back down into what 50%, 62% of that range. This little imbalances that didn't get tested, they finally got tested there. Now we're getting a pull out of here, so gotta wait for structure break above. So kind of glad I got out of there when I did then. Small little win. That would have come back and taken out the stop anyway, so feels good when you think about that after the fact then. Follow the rules, bet yourself. So we're watching right here right now. It does feel heavy, but we're heavy into this area right here now. So it's either going to build up some steam. Now, this is what you have to look at here as you start to say, we've come down into that level. Now, if it was bullish and we had just intentions of coming back and gathering up some liquidity and sending that higher, you'd want to see this tap and then really explosively respond out of there. You see how it just bounced like a flat ball and just kind of just hang in here? That just tells me I'd like to see that just kind of build up some strength in here, banging back and forth, then all of a sudden, boof. So just grabbing some strength and then ready to make a next big run down heavier through this level. And that's just the theory. So it doesn't mean shit. We want to make sure we have a decent trade. So wait for the full rules to set up. It just seems kind of odd that it would stop here, then suddenly decide to make a big run higher. And if it does, then we have this market structure shift that has to occur for that to happen for me. First bull trap to the left puts you right in on the premium box. So that all has to break. That has to break. Use that as support to push for this one here. So I just think this is kind of building up some strength here to run lower. And there she goes. Run, run, run. Now I want to see a nice big displacement candle push right through this. ES. What's ES up to? This just looks so murky. It doesn't look nice and clean. So I want to see this really start to push down here. This will finish off the rest of the regular trading hour gap, pushing down to 6914. Let's go. That should help drive NQ down. Push move, visual order to the back, visual order to the back, forward. That looks good. Let's go on that one here. That looks a little better. So we've already hit our discount box down here. We'll see if we get it back above here. If this lets go, then we're looking for that premium level there. What's NQ up to? Still hanging around in there, hey? See how we close below it? And we're wicking up above it, but there's still bodies have been below it. Still feels like it wants to go lower. Till we get above here, then you're back into that low, high, hanging around inside that little lower SIBI, higher time frame SIBI. All right, let's see what we get from here. Yes, gotta start pulling it through here now. That's the mean threshold of that candle. They're all just kind of sitting fat now. We gotta wait for one of them to make a move. Oil would have been a nice little tag up, ran through it, ran right through the discount, used the discount for continuation. Now we're right down into the mean threshold of this candle, small range. That did not act the way we wanted it to. I wanted to see that go higher. So as soon as that, if you would have got in on that, here's the rules that would have saved you. So you say, oh, it turned against you. You said that was going to go higher. If you followed the rules, you would have been safe anyway. Here's why. Let's say you got in right here and you say, as soon as the first immediate high gets taken, I want to move to break even because I don't want it. That means I don't want to see this get retested down here again. I pay myself at the immediate high. So look, 2 candles later, takes out that high. You pay yourself, move your stop loss to break even plus the cost of the trade. So now you don't want to see that come down here. It rips through, takes you out, and you go, all right, well, at least I got paid. The cost of my trade is out here. Plus I made a couple of nickels out of that. And I saved myself against these kind of runs because you don't want to see that run back through here, right? That's the rule. That's the rule. My rule, but whatever. You may not like that rule. You may say, why bother even getting into that? Well, hindsight, you wouldn't have thought that was going to come all the way down here. But it's easy to see that now. That's why the rule protects you and saves your ass. That's why you get to risk free as quick as you can. If the array holds, you're expecting it to hold and not come back through it. So that's not acting the way you want it to. Well, you're already covered and protected because the moment you break that high, and if it didn't, it came back through you and your stop loss was sitting 1 tick below that low, then it ran right through and took your stop loss and you took a loss. Shit happens, man. So this coffee, nice little retracement into the coffee. Now I want to see that retest this high. It's done that. Now I want to see that go higher. And what are we in here? It's a 1 hour chart. So I want to see that get tagged now and then start going higher. And as soon as it takes out that high or this high here, you pay yourself. Unless it's the same candle that's still forming, it's that candle. The new one forms, that's the high. Pay yourself at the high. Move your stop loss to break even because you don't want to see it come back down and tag that again. You want to see it leave. And you're targeting this next upside candle. Not that you're investing in coffee, but that's the little run we want to see, our downside, and it's coming in there now. Keep this in mind as well. This would run out. It's run out all that stuff right there now, a couple of ticks below it. Now I want to see that really pull off of there and go higher. If not, let's see if we can see something at this imbalance. It's actually included in the BISI down here. So you'd have to pull it all the way down there. I'm just curious to see if that just gets tapped. And we see a reversal in there. So you'd be looking for a 1 minute reversal in here. So we're back up in this premium box right here. You've hit that and we're reacting off of that. So it's box to box. This one hasn't been validated yet, or triggered, I should say. We've been armed, not triggered. So we're looking for this to come back, and now that it's hit the premium, snap off, come back into this level. So I'm looking for here to there. This to come back into this box and then either send it higher or see if this box bounces around in here for a while and then finally gets up the ghost. And this is the upside tick. And see how we've hit it right on the money and we're reacting off of that. That's a daily candle. We're on daily candles here. That's the daily premium. Now I want to see this roll over here now and start coming back down into this range here. So that would be, you would expect to see Disney get into right there, 50%, 111. We'll put a dotted line on 1111. Next couple of days, look for right there. Well, I'm doing that with Disney, but whatever. Kind of an interesting one. We've traded below it and above it. So when you have this kind of crap happening, you wait for a displacement candle and then a retest. Don't chase it, just wait. We're getting into 10 o'clock, so we could see this just a wick down in here, or a body get through here, trace through, give us a nice little reversal candle setup. This would be the new bull trap. Clear the upside of it and then start setting it higher, because that'll be like bull trap over Sibby break to the upside inversion, like a failed short. In other words, so this is the retest of that a higher time frame Sibby, and then ascend it lower. And we got a small little range extension there. There's a little swing point. It hasn't continued through the next one, so just wait. Just wait for your setup. So I don't want to see this get down below here now. That's that. Too much chop. That's not clean. This would be nice right here. Right in the mean threshold of that. Look at that, right on the button. Comes lower, look for a retest of this down here. I'm going to follow through with along there. Now my stop loss is going to be pretty tight. Maybe down here. If it takes out that high, I'll take one off at the high or the rejection block. 93. Take one off there, then move it to break even. Dirt. Take one there. I'll move that to break even. It'll probably come back and get me. I can go just underneath that now. That's been hit. So I want to see that just leave from here now. And a delicious little trade. Now we'll take that right there. Now we've got zero stress trade. We've cleared out the high. And look at that go. Now I don't want to see that mean threshold get taken. I want to see this. And there's the premiums right there. We'll get one more at the premium sell right there. That's right up here. And that, my friends, is how you do that. See that little box there? Look at that, right on the mean threshold of that. What a beautiful place to catch along. Pay yourself, that's the rules. Pay yourself, that's the rule. And then you wait and you say, well, what if you just unloaded that and it takes off? If it takes off, then I'm looking for breaker to get taken to the upside. I want to see it come back down, and I'm looking for my range extension continuation. You just reload on to the trade again and continue going higher. Does that make sense? Now that high, you want to see that high hold price. I want to see this little gap stay open now. Stop losses in profit. I'm going to wait for this break, this bull trap to get taken to the upside. You could take one more off there, but that would be the close of the trade for me. So this is just one left on, safe. It's guarded. The only way you're going to lose that is if it just suddenly gaps down through you and doesn't print before taking you out. So wait for the bull trap. If the bull trap lets go and we close above that, my stop loss will go one tick below there. So I'll just move it up a little higher, and then I'll look for my next model for continuation. If you like what we're doing and you understand, if you start to figure it out, I'm happy for you. That's what we're looking for. I want to show you guys how to make a little bit of cash, move your profits into the right direction, more of them and less of the other one. Keep your mindset, again, just follow through with the rules and commit to the rules, or whatever your rules are. If your rules keep failing, then it's feedback, right? Just find yourself a way to manage that. So fail safes, I tell you, you can't go wrong with fail safes. I got a video out there I created. What's a fail safe? It's not a Michael thing, but a fail safe for me is a data point that if it fails, I know it's coming from my stop loss. So why wait for it to come to my stop loss? My fail safe is there. My fail safe's there. Stop loss is just against something that rips back against you unexpectedly, and you're only risking 1 or 2% of your account. And we're not interested in this number, Russell. We don't care about that number right now. I know that's the temptation right now, is to stare at that and go, oh, look, when have I ever been up $1,000? Say, no, that's my area I'm looking for. I got to bust through. I've already paid myself. So now what I want to see is this little gap here, hold price. Otherwise, if it comes back and tags this 1, 2, 3, I'm out. And I'll just move and wait till the bull trap gets taken to the upside, and let's start this game over again. All right? Don't worry about that number. Just follow exactly what's going on in our charts here. Still in the lowest, all good date. I'm not even looking at silver. Oh, okay, no worries. So now we've broken that high. My stop loss will go one tick below that. So that did stay open the way I wanted it to. And now my stop loss is moved into more profit. I could take out the rest of my trade there, but now I want to see this create a nice little fair value gap up here, and I'm going to load some more back on. See how we had a body close above it now? That's what we want to see. Now the bull trap is fair game. I don't want to see any more than half of that. And look at that. I made more money on one handle than I did on the first two. I'll let her buck. If it runs into a continuation model, let her buck. Now I want to be one tick above here. Now I'm looking for a higher time frame objective. What would be a logical place for this to reach for? That's running higher, so we're looking for, we're into this one right here right now. So I want to see this candle hold price. Just come back and give that a little tap. So now I want to see a institutional order flow entry drill above here. So we've got a displacement candle above the high and it's created a fair value gap. That's what I like to see. Thank you, Russell. Thank you. Thank you. So now what I'm looking for is a retest of this level so I can load another one back on, and I'm looking for, and the stop loss will go just below here. So this will get bumped up to here somewhere because I'm about to load one more on if we get an institutional order flow entry drill. So the ideal one is, this is a graded response I'm looking for here. I want this one to kind of stop in the next 15 seconds, not go anywhere, just create a little down close candle. And then I'm looking for, like right there, good. Now give me another candle that opens and comes back in, gives this little kiss all the way up to 1, A, B, put us right in the middle of our BISI here, and that's the one I want. I'll take a B, and if it closes below here, I'll close the trade out because that's a failed trade. So that's a D level, E level trade. I'm out because then we're digging back down into this breaker we've got right here, and I just want to see if it's really strong, an institutional order flow entry drill will just leave. Super strong, A level, A plus level just leaves from here and doesn't even come back and give us a touch there. It just leaves from there, and we're still in it, so it doesn't matter. You can almost, when I used to have students as paramedic, and I used to have, we used to have to get all these young medics come in and we'd precept them. And I used to say to them, there's a nice A plus run. There's a retest of that order block. Now I want to see it just leave from here. Don't come back and test it again. There's a midpoint. That's it. That's your line in the sand on that one candle. If it closes through that, then you're looking for another retest on that BISI. So I used to say to my students, if you guys are working with a patient, I want you to talk through everything that you're doing, everything that you're thinking, because I can't, because your students used to go, well, I was doing that. It's like, no, you weren't, because you never said you were doing that. So I can't read your mind. So I need to know what's going on inside your mind. So this is, my story is going to dovetail with this trading. Trust me. You saw me just do it right here. I talked what I wanted to see out while it was happening. So when a student's in there saying, I'm just going to check, your history here, ma'am. I'm a student, so I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions here. Tell me a little bit about your medical history. Is there any recent surgeries, any recent procedures that you've had that may cause this? And I know that now they're assessing the history, and they go, I'm noticing that the skin looks a little pale, so I'm going to get some oxygen on you right now. I'm going to get my partner to put some oxygen on you, but we'll just get you to start running that at 2 liters per minute, please. Your partner starts running that oxygen on, and then you say, all right, can I get you, firefighter, to get me a set of vital signs? I'm going to get some baseline vital signs right now, just because I want to find out where you're sitting at, Mr. Jones, right? So you're literally talking to the guy, and you're talking out exactly what your medical treatment's going to be as you're working. I understand where you're at. I know what you're looking for, and you just say, okay, this is, you're having some chest pain here, so I'm going to go down what we call it, the chest pain algorithm here. I'm going to make sure that we kind of zero in on where this chest pain's coming from, because I want to eliminate the fact that heart attacks and that kind of stuff, right? So that's what I'm going to do, Mr. Jones. I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions here right now, okay? And you go, okay. So you see how that level's been hit now? I don't want to see that come back into here. I never got a chance to load my trade on. It was an A plus leave, and it left. So basically what you're saying is, when you're doing the trade, like I just did there, I talked myself into that trade. I talked myself exactly what I wanted to see. I saw where I wanted to see it aim for, what I wanted to see it break. And when it broke it, then I moved my stop loss accordingly. Then I said, I want to see this happen. I want to see that fair value gap. I want to see that stop. And it did. Then you say, now I want to see either an A plus, and we talk through all that. So if you talk through that, Russell, it's an idea that you can use to help your brain start to internalize the trade. Does that make sense? And you start to talk yourself into exactly what you want to see. And as it manifests, you start to load your brain. You're creating a neural pathway that your brain's looking for stuff, you're reassuring it, your stress levels, like you don't see me stressing out here. It's a zero stress game because you want it to act a specific way. And if it's not acting the specific way you want, then you need to study it cleaner to understand what it's doing. And when it's not doing what you want it to do, you can stay out of the trade there, right? Does that make sense? So my suggestion to you, Russell, is when you're doing this, just kind of talk your way into what's going on with the trade. So unfortunately, I'm in a situation here now where I go, what's my higher time frame objective? So let me get this off of here because I don't like seeing all this shit on here when I'm in these higher time frames. I'm not managing my trade for those higher time frames, so I don't want to see that shit in there because that can tend to be an influential thing, because you start looking at this number here and you go, I'm up $4,400. Man, that's like a month's worth of wages. For Simo, that's a year's worth of wages there for him, or at least 6 to 8 months worth of wages for him. So this will start to influence how you start to trade. You start to go, I'm not going to lose that now, and you take your trade off. Now, see how this has been validated? I want to see this act like support here now. So what do you demand? I want to see this stay open. So now my stop loss now moves to here. I'm going to go just below 50% of that. I want to see, because this candle's still forming, right? So that's been validated. I don't want to see it come back through here. If it does, I want to see it, an institutional order flow entry drill, a tap and go. I do not want to see anything get lower. Actually, we should probably sit just below that. We don't want to see it fail, right? So that's my reason for putting it here. It just come down and tag it and then go higher. So there, it's closed above it. So now I want to see this becomes my level of support. I don't want to see this 1, 2, 3 get taken out. So the mean threshold of that candle is my level of support. I want to see that go higher. So now we're up $4,400, $4,100. Does that make sense, Russell? So as you look for these higher time frame objectives, now we're looking at that. That's a premium. So if I had 2 or 3 on there, I'd take myself off at rejection block right now. You see that? You pay yourself at rejection blocks. So you pay yourself there. In this case, I'm trailing 1 up. So look at how much I've made based off of 1, and I had 3 on here. So if you're beating yourself up and saying, I'm looking, why didn't you keep that in there? Because that's ridiculous thinking. I paid myself inside an internal range. I got an external, I went straight into extension and then continue to extend. There's no entry in here to add another one on other than this retest of this old high here. We went through it, tagged it, and went higher that way. We didn't get it, so now you just trail what you got left up and look at how much money. You're like way over what you made in the first 2, and there's zero stress. So now we see this forming right here, coming up to that level, rejection block. Sometimes your highs don't get hit. It hits off the rejection block, comes back lower. So what are we seeing here? This would be a CAM model 3, sorry, a take profit model 3 entry. So watch, if it closes below there, I'll close the trade out. Or if it comes back and tags me out because it breaks the mean threshold, I'm done. That's my fail safe, is going to be right here. My stop loss is there because I don't want to see that fail. Right to the mean threshold. See that? 1, and that's got to go higher. Do not go lower, otherwise I'm closing you out. Oh, we've already closed below it. So now what I do is I go right there like that. I'm out. See how we've closed above there? That's take profit model 3. If that goes higher now, I wait for a retest of this. If not, I'm happy with my $4,700 or whatever. Does that make sense? Oh, good stuff. Whilst I was yakking over here, I've got, I was in gold. I got in gold earlier. I got in gold right here, and now it's moving along tickety-boo. We have not got a market structure shift yet. You may have this one, but we don't have this big ass. You're sitting literally inside this bull trap here, and we have not closed up. Oh, I guess you have. No, you're on it. wait. If that reverses and comes on it, that'll really piss you off, because it'll come back all the way back into this candle's mean threshold. You don't want to see that get taken. So retest this old high. Watch this point here. We've got a wick above the highs here, but we have not got bodies above the highs. So just wait. Just wait. Again, if you like what we're doing and you're new to our channel, like, subscribe. We're here every day for you. Excuse me. As much as I love coffee, it does not agree with my my body, that's all. 5-minute chart, we do D. See how we haven't got that high yet? Watch this level right here and watch inside that range. This has been validated. So if you're long on that and you've paid yourself here, you're at stop losses break even, and you've paid yourself at rejection block, now you're just laughing, because if it comes back into the range, you'll be like, whatever. I got paid. I followed the rules. I got paid. And if it turns into a silver trade and takes off on you, that's even sweeter. Okay, so we traded above it. Come back in. You could take, well, looks like it's going to go higher right there. Traded above this high. Tag the high. Keep going higher. I didn't get the retest on that BISI. It ran through it. Then you go, does it come back? It validated it here by breaking or closing above it. Then you want to see it come back, tag it, and go higher. That would have been an entry, but it's not. So if it leaves now, I'm okay with that. I got 4 or 5 grand out of that. What are we at? We're at 310 to start the day. 317. So we're up 7 grand already. All right, so we'll watch for this. Come on, gold. I want to see gold just take off here now. This is good. See how you just opened above it. You gapped up a little bit here. You opened above that high, literally came down, give it a little tap right there, and you want to see it leave. This is not what I want to see. New high created, new BISI. And see how it ripped? This is not what you want to see on that candle, because it's coming back into this order block here, and it's already wicked. It's already came into it once, twice. And why is it there a third time? Change in direction above an old high. Wait, if we get a little tiny structure change here, because this is the small little range that you're in. There's a little tiny SIBI here and a little tiny BISI right there. So small little tiny range, bounce, bounce, bounce. Now, if it closes below that little guy there, it comes back, tags it inside this guy. They're overlapping, and then sends that lower. That's why. And you can stretch it out and look for yourself. Watch. Watch how this little spot right here and that little spot right there, that little chunk, how it acts if we close below it. And we literally closed on it. So far so good, still going higher. Now you want to see it close above that level. That's discount, premium, box, inside a little tiny area. If the premium box holds, discount box gives way, then you're looking for a market structure shift. And that's as small as I can make it right there. On a 15-second chart, you'd see that a little more significantly. So again, it's not, is that the kind of thing you want to play inside? It's pretty choppy. So I like, hunt for something that's out there that's giving you a cleaner trade. Look at that institutional order flow. So wait for that candle to finish, and then what do you expect to happen if that candle finishes in the next 2.5 minutes? I'd expect to see what happen right here. So Russell, ask yourself, if you're in this long trade right here now, and like you just got off of this breaker right here, you traded back inside that breaker, and you got a long off of that, and you said to yourself, now, as soon as it breaks that high, you're at break even, and this candle's acting like this on a 5-minute chart. What do you expect this candle to do? Where do you expect to see it close? And what do you expect the next candle to do? So kind of talk yourself through that trade. I don't know if you're participating in that idea, but I'll give you guys the answers for the rest of you. What you're looking for here now is this is an institutional order flow entry drill on a 5-minute chart. And I want to see this stay open and continue to go higher. So this candle in the next 1.5 minutes, I want to see it end preferably above this candle's open. And then I want to see it end as a bullish candle, not a bearish one. Or at least give me a wick that I can look at half of it ending right here. Like if this closes above this and the next one comes down, tags half that wick. So that's why I want the open to close above in the next minute. And then the next candle come back in and tag the top of this one more time and go higher. So that becomes a little swing point. And then I expect to see a continuation from here. That to be the institutional order flow entry drill. That's the graded response. So the next 38 seconds, I want to see it close above there. And my stop loss is sitting right here. Why? Because I don't want this to fail. Like I did when I was in that other one earlier in silver, where we have that take profit model 3. It failed, so you can wait for a new entry in higher. So this is an A level trade. I want to see continue going higher. There's 1 second. See how we closed above that close? That's what I wanted to see. That's what I want. And now I want to see it tag it like that. And I want to see it go boop and take off. I don't want to see another visit down here. So watch how that acts now. Mean threshold of this candle is not, sorry, that one's not even valid yet. We wanted to see something get above the high here and it didn't do it. So let's see this get some legs to go higher because I don't want to see this. No more than 50% of that wick. So the stop loss, if you're really bold and you say, I don't want to see this, that's where it goes. Sits right there. Because you want your institutional order flow entry drill. You don't want to see it come back down here. I'm going to give it a bit of legs in case it decides to do this crazy little bull flag crap happening here. And we haven't validated above that candle, so I might have to give it a bit more room. So I'm still going to sit right here. There's half the wick or a tag. Remember we said we don't want to see it tag the top of that orange block here one more time and then go higher. You got 3.5 minutes. You start going higher now. You don't need to muck around in here anymore. What else we got? What are you guys doing over there in NQ? Ooh, looky. So high has finally been broken, right? Take the last up close candle right here, from there to there, and I go, I want to see that sucker get closed above on the upside. It does. It comes back into, look at that mean threshold. Closes above it, tags it, and then leaves. So there's your Continuation. Now I want to see this level right here break to the upside. That's the no-go zone. Okay, that's the no-go zone. The go, no-go. So if it bounces off of there and traces back and takes this candle out on the downside, I don't want to see, you want to see this candle act as support now. You want to continue to watch it propel that price higher. So now that we validated it, I don't want to see a body close above it, get into here, and then see if we come back and use the high, half the wick, the open, and no more than the body. Mean threshold. So I moved my stop loss in gold. Gold went as we expected. See it go higher right there. Move higher. That's 50% of that wick. Now we've taken out the higher. I don't want to see it come back down. So my stop loss is just in here now. I'll give it one more little pop down there. I don't want to see this wick let go now. So my stop loss is sitting just down below that. Look at the C level trade right here. I don't want to see that come through here again. So anyway, that's what I'm in. That's a guaranteed profit there. So watch this. See how we've wicked above this high? I do like to see a body get above that high and see how we've come back through the mean threshold of that candle. So now we've got a small little retracement here. Not quite hit the level we were looking for the go no go zone. So this is just potentially just a little wiggle around in here before pushing higher. The market structure shift isn't until we get down here. A good call on the longs there, Russell. You're starting to recognize a key level, right? Well done. Did you patiently wait for it? Did you get long? And did you pay yourself at the high? And is your stop loss and risk free right now? If it comes all the way back, don't sweat the loss in this. You just say to yourself, I'm paid myself. There's the next level I want to see, that next bull trap. Did I pay myself at the bull trap? What's your set of rules for managing your trade? Do you pay yourself at bull traps? You see how that was closed? We came back into it. And look at that big rush down now. That's why you protect yourself and pay yourself at those rules. Don't mistake these little fellas either. Now, because that's acting all goofy on me, I am moving my stop loss right in here now for gold. See how it's not getting any legs to get out of here? So my stop loss is sitting here. Chances are it's going to come back and revisit that. We're already tapped into this mean threshold already. The bodies are still respecting it. So ideally, I don't want to see that low get taken now, because that means where that ends in the next 4 minutes. You see how it's just trying to get up there and it's not. So it's either building up some strength here to run, but tends to come back down and clean out some stuff first. And I don't want to give up any profits in there. So I'm sitting right in here, this institutional order flow entry drill. That's where it's got to stay, not 5 candles later, right? So that's my stop loss and my fail safe now. So watch this candle. See how we've created that little gap here. We traded through the mean threshold of that. Then we traded back up into the candle. Continuation. You're back inside this range. You've taken out the mean threshold of this candle. Much like that one, we've taken out the mean threshold. Now you want to see it continue lower. Take out this low. There's a little gap right in here. And you watch. We'll see where that stops. Right there in that gap. See that? Literally on it. The body wicks did some damage. Now I want to see this could be just a simple run on liquidity and then pump that higher. I don't know that for sure. So let's see if this breaker that takes out this high, let's see if this breaker here now gets traded through, reassessed or retapped from above, and then sends it higher. Because this is our new SIBI on a swing. With the breaker, we assess it from below or access it from below, and then we access it again from above if we break it from above. It's almost like a go, no go zone type thing. So watch it here and watch this. And our gold trade panned out. See how that worked out nicely? We give it those 50% of that wick, and we said we don't want to see it get below here now. It's done its little damage in here, and there you go. Now my stop loss is sitting right here. Because I don't want to see this candle. I just want to see if we do come back. I want to see that old high. I want to see this create a new fair value gap with a new institutional order flow entry drill for a further run higher. Anyway. So we're going to watch right here now. Watch this guy. We're stuck in that fella right there, or that lady right there. Mean threshold. We're banging around off the mean threshold of this. We've already wicked below the low. We've got a new SIBI forming here. So that literally takes from, you'd have to take that whole block. See how this is like a suspension block? To hold from here all the way to the top there, that imbalance. And there's a small little gap right here. Stretch it out. You'll see it sitting right there. You have to include from here to here as a giant block. And then you have your bull trap sitting right there. See how that mean threshold? We traded through it, back through it again, come back into it, and now we're running lower. So now we're targeting this box down here. Let me get all this out of here, and I'll show you what we're looking for right there. Look for a retest right here. So we've got this breaker, so it's mean threshold. If we lose that, look for another run back in here. So we're tagging it again here. There's your bear trap. Get above that support here, and you watch this guy use this leverage to push higher. So we've come back and accessed this guy again. Now, if we close below this candle, or this one here or this one here, if we close below it, not a wick, but we close below that, then we're definitely coming deeper into this candle. So you got 1 second there, you close below it. Now that candle becomes an operative support, or that little gap right there to run lower. So I'm looking for that to keep coming lower now. So when you get a body trade through here, this whole candle now becomes accessible. So it's here, it's half of its wick, the close, and the mean threshold. That's all fair game to tag it and go lower. So body trades below it, tags it, and goes lower. So as soon as it takes out that low, if that's your entry, then you pay yourself at that low and you move your stop loss to break even. It's not break even yet, so wait for that low to get taken. and then you had a stress-free trade. Because don't forget, it can still come back all the way inside here. So you'd be one tick above this high here. Because if you're on the wrong side of that, your fail-safe's right here. So you shouldn't get your stop loss hit. Watch. And watch that level right there. 1, 2. Silver's on a run. Ooh, Nelly. Could have stayed in that silver trade, hey? Look at that. Beautiful little pop up. Come back inside. Look at how the body's respected that. That's a layered in buy right there. Consolidation. Run back up inside the consolidation. And then bang, send it high. That's a nice Cam 2 model entry. Here to here. It ran through it. This was what we were looking at. Ran through it. There's our continuation. I think we got out here somewhere, didn't we? Up here somewhere. Yeah, we got out up here. Then it traded through it. If it comes back into it, continuation. That's I haven't even been watching silver. I've been watching gold. I'm in gold live, and I didn't do any more in silver. But had I done more in silver, we would have that $4,000 we made off of wherever that one ended. You could have almost doubled that just on one handle. And we started with 3 inside that range, internal range liquidity, and that external range. The only other option you could have entered in on that long would have been right in here. Once it traded back above here, that was your long right there. That was sweet. That's good. You just wait for another entry on the way back. No big deal. Follow the rules, man. Follow the rules. What's your rules? Write them down. Have them on a piece of paper. So see how that low is taken? You pay yourself at that low. Move your stop loss to break even. So if that was your entry, you would just got your entry taken out, but you paid yourself here and you're zero stress. So now it's waffling around. You wait and you're in the middle of the range. So you don't want to be like, oh, if it runs now lower, I beat myself up. Screw that noise. It's not like there's tons of trades coming your way in the next hour. Just wait. That's how you protect yourself. These quick whip backs and take you out stuff. If you still got your stop loss sitting there and you didn't use that method, you're still in this trade. Where are you putting your stop loss now that you've run back into your, we've come back into it once. We've come back into it twice. Do you want to see it come back in a third time? I wouldn't. That's when it starts getting a little uncomfortable as far as I'm concerned. Now my gold trade, look at my gold trade now. And we talked all this through here. We talked about all of this on the way up, what I wanted to see, where I wanted this to hold, and all of that was forming. We talked about every one of those. Now I want to see that hold right here. Stop loss has gone from here, and it's sitting just inside here now. It's sitting inside here because that's my fail safe. If I close below that, I'm coming back inside that range. Then I'll wait for it to close back above it, come back in, tag it, and then I'll get back in long again if I'm on the wrong side of that. So from here to here is your BISI. Okay. From there to there's your BISI. So wait for your setup. If you're going to go short on silver, now that it's made a new high, I'd love to see silver hit our $100 we've been calling for up here. Here's our little target. Now I want to see this come back down on a higher time frame hourly. And you want to see a small retracement now at 10 o'clock. I want to see that run back into here. So what we were looking at above here. So this is the kind of thing I'm looking for. This right here is what I'm looking for right here. Sorry, this right here is what I'm looking for right here. Now we've got to close above. I want to see this. It's closed above that high, right? So this needs to bang around inside here, make a small little candle. Okay. Or it needs to come back, tag that high, leave that open, and then the next thing is an A plus run. Just leave from there, right? So that, now I want to see a fair value gap form above the high. And this fair value gap right here has to form by the close of this candle. And it must close above that high, or tag it and then just leave. Just keep going. That's the aggression I want to see for silver if it's going to continue to push for $100. So I want to see this hour finish up in the next, well, we got 1 hour here to waffle around in here, which would be our 11 o'clock candle. Then 12 o'clock creates our swing low, our lunchtime low, and tags this candle right here. Because if that stops right there, we pull our fib tool from here. I'm just going to reverse engineer this. If that stops right there, so in other words, I'm sitting right here on this candle. 50% puts us where? Oops. 50% puts us right on that old deviation level, standard deviation level. It comes right back into there. So if that stops there and we get another retracement during lunch hour, it gives us our run into 25%. Look at 25%. If we reverse engineer this, look where 25% puts us. Our A level entry, our graded response, puts us right on that high. Tag that and leave. That's our institutional order flow entry drill off of an hourly. So I'm reverse engineering where I'd like to see 25 and 50%, our A level and our B level trade for a grade. And then the C level is 75%, which is in here, right there, which is close to our mean threshold. See how they're kind of dovetailing themselves? They're kind of overlapping key levels that Michael shared with us on those. We break that into quarters. That needs to hold though. That's the reverse engineering I'm kind of looking for, if that helps. So we'll see if this low gets taken or we just waffle around in here for the next hour. Or if we do run down, do we tag the 25%? Or sorry, not 25%, because that only exists if that candle stays intact right there. Does that make sense to you guys? Or am I just jumping around? Are you guys focusing somewhere else? So see how this says created that swing now? Did you pay yourself there? Because it's come back and it's really squeezing your trade now. And it's already showed you that it's changing direction right here. We've traded through it. We've come back inside it. See how the wicks have done some damage, but the bodies respect that level. And now we're going higher. Now we're stuck between this level and that bull trap. I'm not getting any feedback from you guys whether or not this is making any sense or you even want me to talk. Now we're through that level, so forget that whole idea. So now I'm looking for a retest of this candle right here at 95.30. I'm keeping an eye on gold as well. 95.30. Watch 95.30. I'll put the line in here. What's the high on that candle? 195.28.5, sorry. Right there. See how we've closed below that level? I'd be out of that trade. We've closed below here, out of that trade. So that silver trade short, I would have been out of it there. And I wait now for the market structure to shift and for this bull trap or this bull trap and that BISI to get traded through on the upside. So if this is a swing, Wait for this little candle to the first candle to the left and watch how it provides support. Retest an old low, send it lower. So to me, it's bearish right now. I'm glad you're listening, Abs. I hope you're seeing some of the logic. I'm trying to explain it like I would expect my students to explain it to me. If you're a paramedic student, I want to talk you through it, each candle at a time. There's your institutional order flow entry drill, sending it lower. We've already had proof that we want to go lower. We're retesting, sending it lower. So that's my little objective right there. And I'm sitting right there. Gold has done that little institutional order flow entry drill. Now I want to see this stay open here. I'm just sitting below here. I don't want to see that get broken to the downside. I don't even want to see I'm giving it this little top retest there for a little wick damage. That's all I want to give it. Precision is I want to see that hold now and send it higher. Like we saw here, I want to see this right here and send it higher. So that I want to see it close above that high. And then I want to see it use no more than 50% of this wick to continue pushing higher. So I've got one more minute to see it close above that high. And then that wick becomes my low and my stop loss, because then my fail safe is more than 50%. I'll close it out because I'm looking for very precise data points for it to hold. That's what I'm demanding on price. Like this 50% of the wick we talked about, it held and went higher. That's the demand you must have on the price you're looking for. So 45 seconds, I want to see it close above there. And what we were on silver, right? Did not hit our 28 level. It hit our 30 level, 33 or 330 level. No, it didn't. Shy of that too. So now, if this stops here in the next hour, we still got another, how long do we have? We still got 50 minutes for that one to just waffle around in here for another 50 minutes. And then the 12 o'clock candle, I want to see it make a swing low here and just tag this high. And the go, no go line for me is going to be right here. And I'll put it as a big, it's really close to our, and I'll put it in a different color for you. This is my any of you guys are into meatloaf when you're younger, stop right now. I gotta know right now before we go any further. Do you love me? Do you love me forever? Will you leave me? Will you never leave me? Will you make me so happy? That's my bat out of hell. Stop right there. If you love me forever, I couldn't take it any longer. Damn, I was crazy. The feeling came upon me like a tidal wave. Now, I want to send this sucker higher, so stop right there. If you love me, you'll send me higher. So we'll see what happens in the next hour. That's our number 12 candle. I want to see that hold. And as expected, we closed above that level and then send her higher. We didn't have to use this. So now my stop loss is sitting right there. Right there. So I'm just inching my stop loss up to levels I don't want to see broken to the downside. Now, Michael might say, you're stupid tracing your stop loss up so tight all the time. If it comes back and takes you out, I will see it come back and it will violate a certain area in order to come back and take me out. And I'm okay with that. That mean threshold of that wick is my fail safe. Is that a down close candle or an up close candle? Down close. So now that's been validated. I don't want to see more than 50% of that. And there's a small little gap in there. Stretch it out. You'll see it right there. I don't want to see that price imbalance. We have a delivery on one side, nothing on the other side. So price imbalance, not volume, but price. That is my new BISI. Now that I've taken out the highs. So if I close below that, come back and tag it, we're not even going to come into my wick. So my stop loss is sitting here. My fail safe is right here. Okay. Does that make sense? Hope it does. Liquid Raider. Do we trade Russell? I can if you want. I can show you Russell trades. Just tell me. I'll stick it in here if you like. We'll stick Russell right here. The Russell, what do you want? It's a Russell, right? Russell? Which one? Which one do you want me to look at? There, liquid. Pick your poison. Which one do you want? Dave Barry's on there? Dave Barry. Good old Dave Barry. Good old Dave Barry. Younger than us, of course. Which one? RTY? RTY. Oh, just RTY. Okay, let me try that. RTY. All right, which one? This one or this one? The futures, CME, or the capital.com? I assume you want CME. Futures. There you go, my friend. Let's do it. I'll talk you through that. While those other ones are trading and carrying on, I'll talk you through this. This is how it works on the Russell. We'll take it from the most recent swing. And yes, you think I'm doing this as hindsight's always 20/20. You hear that bullshit excuse all the time. I am not telling you anything different than I teach you live. Is what we're looking for. So I'm looking for a body to trade above this swing. So once you've taken out an old low, you look for a swing to get taken, trades back into it, sends it higher. Now you get to decide whether or not that rule is important to you. Mine is I don't want to see a body trade through that. I may give that, especially if the last candle makes, the actual swing point makes the reversal. I might use the mean threshold or just the old low and say it's that close. I'll put my stop loss down here. And if I lose the mean threshold on that candle, I'm on the wrong side of it. Okay. So that rule right there, you have to decide the rules you want to make. So anyway, there's the reversal. You send it higher. And if you said that was my rule, for example, I try to below it, I'm out. That's my solid rule. Don't get rigid or be very, very rigid with it. So you wait for price now to close above the next one, which is right here. Trades back into it. Good. Now you don't want to see a body trade through that. And we're retesting this order block here. And we're retesting the open of this SIBI, or so not SIBI, this bear candle. And you're sending it higher. The moment you get the high, you pay yourself at the high or rejection block. Pay yourself at the high, move your stop loss to break even. And now we're looking for this to get supported. If it comes back and tags it, that's the institutional order flow, your entry drill you're trying to look for. Starts to go higher, great. If it takes out the high, you move your stop loss to behind it and let it run. If it trades below it, you're on the wrong side of it. So it closes below of it. So now take off your short or your long and then trade short again when the moment it comes back into this level, because now we've got highs taken, we got a BISI trade here, and now we're looking for a reassessment on the SIBI below us. That's this one and that order block. There's the SIBI. Now you pay yourself at the SIBI. Be disciplined enough to pay yourself at the SIBI. Now if you see it come back and it trades through that level, we're on the wrong side of it again. It trades through it. So you go, great. Now I get long again. As soon as it takes out a high, I pay myself, or I pay myself, move my stop loss to break even in case it turns on me. It turns on you. You made a small little profit right there off the top of that high or top of that high. And you went, now I wait, because now I'm in the middle of this range. I'm stuck. I have to wait for something clean to set up. So you want to see a change in direction, preferably below this low, and it literally lands right on it. There's nothing here. First order block, after a swing. Look for the high to get taken. This was a big bold candle, ran out all of that. Look for this old high. It comes all the way back into the old high, or this mean threshold. If it trades through that, it's going lower. It trades through it on a close, you go great. Tags it on the way up, and then drives down into the order block below us. Then you say, all right, now what I want to see is a market structure shift, because this is all kind of getting crappy in here. I want to see a break above this old high. I want to see a break above this whole high. It does, a nice displacement candle. You say, if I retest this, that's a long there. It's also a long off of this order block here, or old highs. You catch those. Stop loss will go just below, one tick below this candle right here, and then send it higher. It goes higher, and now we're in a situation where you just watch for the same thing we've been watching for. Watch for a BISI to get taken on the downside and look for a reversal, or go to your higher time frames. This is an hour chart, by the way, so you look for another hour over here, and if there's Russell's making new highs, where's my 4 hour? It looks like it's making new highs. So if it's making new highs, just treat it like, as soon as you see a BISI forming in here, go to a lower time frame, 15 minute. If I see a BISI forming in here, my long that's in, because I'm in a whole new area of, it's never been this high before, what do? Nothing changes, you guys. Nothing changes. I'm done for today. Thanks, Darren. Out tomorrow AM. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone. You too, Reza. Take care, buddy. Okay, so you're just trading this now, and if you're just following up your stop loss, saying, I don't want to see this mean threshold get taken, so my stop loss will sit here. There's that fair value gap above you here, so now I'd be below, I wouldn't even be below here, I'd be below this guy right here. I don't want to see this one get taken on a close, so you just stay in that now. And as soon as you see a BISI forming, that's your potential reversal. You go into your Model 1 trade model, which is also the end of Take Profit Model 3. They dovetail, they overlap, they're great. So right now I would be, if I'm long in that, I would keep that long until it breaks that candle right there. If it breaks that on a close, it may wick down into here. That's fine. Wait for the candle to finish. And if it's a 15-minute candle, you got to wait. So right there, that's your institutional order flow. I don't want to see it go and close that out. So here's a graded response above an old high. This most recent high here. This is a graded response. So you've got your B level trade right there because you're at the consequent encroachment of the BISI. I want to see that hold now and go higher. That would be an ideal hold. So your stop loss is sitting here because you know if it closes below that, it's a failed trade. It's a failed short or long. Take Profit Model 3 closes, and I'm looking for that to keep going higher. So as soon as it takes out the high, if that's your entry, for example, if that was your entry right there, and as soon as it takes the high out, you pay yourself and move to break even. It's a small little profit that says may not be worth it even taken, and it's really late in the day. So keep in mind we can have a turn here at this time of day, 10:30ish to 11:30. 12 o'clock can make a high and then pull back into the range. So watch these levels right here, those two. There you go, liquid. There you go. That's your level. So I'll put it on here just to kind of reference this later if we need to. You have to box these all out too, so you have to become aware of that. Oops, I don't know if you guys heard that. I just tooted. Sorry about that. I think it's a bit loud. What happens when you get older? You get an old man farting. Okie dokie. Okay, we're in a sweet ass trade here in gold. I'm moving my stop again. There's the retest right there for NQ. You want to see that institutional order flow entry drill right there. Go, go, go. Send it higher. That's that little pop above, create a fair value gap above. Give it a quick little kiss, send it higher. Thank you, sir. You're very welcome there, Liquid. I hope that helps you, man. Look at that. How delicious is this? We're nailing precision when the markets are moving exactly as you want them to. And if they're not, that's when you just move to the sidelines and say, I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Look at that. Beautiful. Takes out that high, pay yourself, move to break even right now. You have a zero stress trade. You don't have to sit here and go, oh my God, my trade going to pan out. Who cares? There's many opportunities right there. Pay yourself. Move to break even. It should not come down here. If this is an institutional order flow entry drill, then it should stay there. And that'll just leave from there. Right? If it doesn't, it comes back down and you start dragging your stop loss down because you're giving it some wiggle room. You are flexible in your rules and inflexible with the market. You have got to be the other way around. Flexible with the market, inflexible with your rules. So that's my new stop loss. So what do I want to see? I want to see this continue to pump up higher. If it comes back and takes you out, you got paid and your stop loss is break even. So half that wick. That's it. You're done. Now I'm moving my stop loss right there. Right there. I don't want to see it go any lower than that. You get half that wick. That's my fail safe. Now if it comes back there again, close out your trade. And boop, you're out. Now we'll watch to see if it takes out this low again. And if it goes higher, it goes higher. Wait for this candle to get supported then. Trade above it, come back, tag it, then get in long again. Because then that candle becomes your support candle. If this could come all the way down into here again, we should take this and then work our way into here because this one didn't get validated, right? We didn't get triggered. We got armed, but we did not get triggered. So if this closes through here and starts digging into this, expect to see this arm in here if we get through the mean threshold of that candle. Look at that, right through that, just tagged there, 50% of that wick. Now we're back in. This candle here gets valid. It's not a valid candle yet to key off of until we get below it. So just watch here now. To these key levels, hey, gold is acting nice. I'm sitting right here on gold because there's nothing in here that supports price other than this little tiny gap right here. I'm sitting right there just because this is adding a lot more profit to my thing and I don't want to wait for it to come back in here and take me out. So I'm just kind of keep watching this now. Some people even do this, like the very last candle that gave the low right there. I'm sitting here when that candle finishes, you can go there because it's late in the turn, or you could get 11 o'clock turn, 12 o'clock turn. So you want to start cinching up here to kind of protect your ass. And that's exactly what I'm going to do right there. I'm sitting right in here now. I don't want to see that candle get taken out. If we're still marching up, then each one of these new lows should continue to hold price. This was just a dip into here, institutional order flow entry drill. Send it higher. I have nothing left to pay myself. I'm down to my last lot there on this one. It's a good payday today. And silver, change in direction, traded back into it. Now we're back into this range deeper into here. There's a rejection, or the small little price imbalance right here. We'll just come back and tag that. We're inside this SIBI, that busy, inside that larger range right there. Watch this box. If we close below 95,485, look for a run back down into this little line we have marked down here, which is that old high right there. It didn't quite hit it yet. We ended up okay this morning, didn't we? Yes, we certainly did. What did we end up with so far? 17. So we've got some 4s, a 9. That's a nice little run this morning from 7 o'clock. 4, 5, 6, $7,000. See how NQ now is sending it higher. Look at that little bounce off of here. Nice. Retest, send it higher. Watch this level now. Body trades above it. We want to see it come back, find some support at that, and then push higher. So far, so good. No-go zone. If it fails the no-go zone, then it's going higher. It's no-go. So that's where you want to see it hit here, come back down into the range. If it trades through that and closes above the no-go zone, now the no-go zone turns into a go zone here. So it's no-go for a short, and it's a go for a long. No-go, no-go zones. You can see how that gets utilized and sends it higher. So how's Russell doing? Did you catch this? I like it when the market communicates more clearly. It is a beautiful thing once you see it. Change in direction. This could start getting sloppy now around 11 o'clock. Change in direction. Watch this. Watch for a little structure shift here. Thank you, Darren, for everything. You're very welcome. Almost done. Today was a good day because the market's acting exactly as we want it to act. I feel super calm on my trading. I feel relaxed watching price action hit exactly as we want. These are the days where you get to see this stuff really work in precision points, turning, nailing a specific data point and then leaves. That's precision, man. That is the kind of precision you want to demand from the market. Today's not an oddity. That's what you expect. And then when it starts to chop around like this and keep beating you up and running through these key levels, then it's not acting the way you want it to act. Move to the sidelines and demand a day, not a price anymore. Demand a day that gives you what you want. Otherwise, you're just going to get chopped around here and beat up. And you've seen me get beat up lots of times. But when you see it working, like today, and you see precision, you're saying, I'm pulling my stop loss right to that very freaking candle right there. I don't want to lose half of it. And it comes down to half of it and leaves, like we saw in gold. Every one of those levels that we talked about in gold, every one of them finding support, that's what we want to see. And all the time it's doing that, you just keep, that's it. That's beautiful price action. That to me is just cherry price action. And that's what you got to demand for the market. Because when it's not doing that, hunt for a market that is, because I've got like 40 markets out there that you can pick from. Find one that's working the way you want it to work. You don't have to stay in NQ. This stuff works on every single chart, every asset class, no matter what. It works. You just got to be disciplined enough to follow the rules, write them down if you don't know what they are. And, stick with the rules. Stick with your trade plan. That's what will separate the difference between a professional trader and a part-time gambler. Because you're mostly gambling. If you're not into that discipline, you get past the discipline of yourself, then you're gambling with the market. Because your emotions keep getting in the way. So when you see logic, you gamble with it because you don't trust it. Your feelings are just, I don't believe it's going to work. And then when it does, what have you said to yourself in terms of your internal talk, self-talk? That's a nice little continuation here now. That way you want to see that hold. We've traded above here. We're retesting this. I want to see that push higher now. So you're demanding this level right here, 674.5. That you can come back in and tag that right there. Now you want to see it snap off there and go higher. Snap off. and watch. Don't overreact, but that's a nice perfect entry right there. If we close below that level, wait for it to come back in, close you out at neutral, and wait, because that's again my rule. You decide what you want. If you want to put your stop loss there, you give it a little bit of wiggle room here. If you're looking at this last down close candle, 1, 2, if you close on the third one, your ass is next. See how you close below it? You tag it, get out of your trade, and wait for market structure shift above this high. Do you feel the pressure? See how we close below it? You've got an opportunity to get your trade off there and wait. That's a fail safe. Fail safe. And if it comes through and takes you out, great. You're going to be happy that you got out. If it doesn't, then it runs back through here. You can say, no, it's a little more solid. I can get back in that for a long. Because I want to see that bull trap let go. It ran right into the bull trap. That's why you don't take it entry here. You take it right down in the discount portion of this. See how that your stop loss got taken already? That's the rule. See how the rule enabled you to get out there? Your stop loss would have got taken. Now you know why my fail safe is the way it is. It swept the low. Now for me, it's going to trade back through this order block and use this fair value gap and that little cluster here. See how we're going side to side? This becomes a consolidation. What do we say about consolidation? We need a displacement candle with a fair value gap, and then with our graded response all the way into cam 1, 2, 3. Sorry, 1, 2 level. There's no 3 here. A cam 1, 2 model entry. See you tomorrow. Hadik, excellent. Thank you. Thank you for coming out, buddy. I appreciate it. Lucas, thanks, Darren. See you tomorrow. Lucas, love you, man. Take care. Hope everything's going well out in Vancouver. Derek, I agree. These are the days that are good to trade when it's not like this. Come back tomorrow. I agree with you, D. Easy making money. This is low hanging fruit day, man. There's just, the apples are falling into your basket. They're literally falling into your basket. These are beautiful trade days. And gold is still acting the way I want it. This is good. So I'm sitting right here right now. I've got this little swing. I don't want to see us get any lower than that. So now I'm sitting right there. Actually, I was a little lower. I was right here. There's this. This is the part that's bugging me about this whole little area here. Is that little imbalance right there? I don't want to see that get tagged. And it could, and that if it does and runs through it, then I've lost all the potential for that profit. So this wick here now becomes my thing. If it's strong, if we stay in that first 25% of this wick. So I'm going to pull my thing like this, go here, and then put on my quarters. That's it. If I lose 50%, I'm out. That's my fail safe. So I want to see this area right here provide support and send it higher. Otherwise, look at this target down here. I don't want to give up any more profit than that. So fail safe. If it closes below that, I'm out. It'll either take me or I'll just close out my trade. So that's what I want to demand from the market. So my stop loss will go right there. That's good. Keep going. Send it up. Send it up. Now we got to get above this giant wick here. That candle has to act as support now. So I want to see a body pop up above here, and this whole wick gets the same treatment. I want to see that go higher. I do not want to see this start waffling around in here, which is a time of day where it's going to do that. That's why my stop loss is tight, because it's a time of day where we're expecting to see a reversal happen, and I don't want to give it any room to do that. So I'm demanding specific data points now. That's why my stop loss is right there. Time of day, you're expecting a reverse. And if it's still strong and it's just going to keep hammering higher, then these levels should hold. And if they don't, I'm out and I'm done for the day. Make my profit. The lion's share of the run is done for me in the morning. From way down here, my lion's share is done way up here. And I move to the sidelines, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. And we've done well on our ES. I think we did ES and Look at that. All the way down into here, right near 25% of that regular trading hour gap. And just send it higher. Look at that retest. How beautiful is that? Run up, come back down, test the old high here. This old high, look at that. Look at that, 50% of that wick. It's just marvelous, marvelous. Sends it higher. You got to know wick theory too. If you don't understand Michael's wick theory, go study it. I think it's one of his September classes. Just go to ictindex.io and use that AI, and that's like talking to Michael. If any of you are in here that are new, that don't know that, and don't have it on a speed dial button pusher, you need to have it. And look at where gold's going now. See that? Isn't that lovely? We wanted to see it close above there, and it's still doing it. So now we're staying on it. Staying on it. Now I'm moving my stop loss into some more profit. I'm right into that candle's low now. I don't want to see it come back through here. Now that we've closed above this candle, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 levels. I don't want to see it get back through this mean threshold now. So I want to see that wick get used as support, or I want to see a fair value gap form above here and this become 50%. So that's the reverse engineering thing that we talked about earlier. I'm going to line this thing up with the top there. So I'd like to see control, and I'm going to do this right there. If I was going to reverse engineer where I want this BISI to form, that's where I want to see it close right there. And then I want to see a fair value gap form above here that uses that spot right there as a data point for a fair value gap. Then the very next 5-minute candle, I want to see it come back down into this graded response. So I'm already thinking 3 candles ahead, and it didn't do it. So that's how I'm kind of looking for a reverse engineer. So if we do trade above it, tag it, now go. The opposite end of that rule is if it just tags it now and leaves. Stop loss is sitting here, so I don't want to see this get revisited. As it starts to eat through this, I look for 1, 2, 3. And if it starts to come into that, I start to lose my love for that going any higher. Stop loss is here. This is good. Leave that open. Send it up. Have a great day, buddy. See you tomorrow. See you later, Derek. Take care, buddy. All my best to you and your wife, your family. Hope everyone's, and the bees. Give the bees' knees a little rub. They're probably cold right now. Are we going to hit $4,900? $5,000. Wouldn't that be awesome as an upside goal for gold? Delish, take that high. That becomes the market structure shift, and that becomes the SIBI. If we got 2.5 minutes of that, BISI, that closes and creates a little BISI here, that becomes a swing point. That becomes market structure shift. So my stop loss is, I don't want to see this get closed below here now. If it does, then I'm out before it takes my stop. Gotta go, D. Thanks for everything. Take care, everyone. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow, Abs. Thanks, buddy. Wish you all the best. All the best to you, your wife as well. Hope things better. You guys are all feeling a lot better down there. And I'll see you tomorrow, buddy. Take care. I think that's going to be it for me as well. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. It's been fun. Keep your eyes on gold, making new highs. I like to see 4,900. Just see if that just keeps marching higher. All the time we're still protecting key levels. I'm going to chase that up inch by inch. There's our discount. It's our level we're looking for. Now let's see if this candle stops in the next 16 minutes and the next one comes down to stop right there. Our bat out of hell trade and go higher. And that's purely a musical trade, which I can't play on here for copyright infringement. But I want you to play that nice and loud at home. If we take that, hit that button and you see a reversal happening in here and it takes out market structure or a bull trap, crank up the music, man. Play the bat out of hell song and let it run. And we're going higher on silver. Hi ho, silver. And again, pay yourself at the high. Protect yourself. Get your stop loss into risk free and just enjoy the run, man. Get risk free. Deny yourself the stress. Don't add it. Sorry, I was just checking something else there. I'll quickly go through all of these again. Make sure we're all on the same page. So we've got a run from, we have a market structure shift. We ran all the way down into the discount box. We hit the discount box and then we're reacting off the discount box. You come back into old low, snap off of it a little bit back to old high, and then go from old high. Now I want to see us bust through this SIBI to the upside, find support at this, and then drive through this bull trap. We get through the bull trap on the hourly. I want to see that. So this would be a run up here. Stop there on a 11 o'clock into 12. And then 12 o'clock come back into this candle here, this SIBI. And then 1 o'clock start pushing higher. So that whole hour on the 12 o'clock, come back into this SIBI and then start pushing higher. And I'd like to see a full fill of that SIBI too, because that'll give me a retest back here. And then I want to see that push through the mean threshold here. Look for the 1 minute continuation and aim for the highs. Rejection block, pay yourself there. As soon as you come back and tag that again, we want to see a huge displacement candle here above this last up close candle on the hourly. And then that fair value gap to form above there. Same thing I've been showing you guys every freaking day. We're looking for the same thing to happen. Every time a new high is taken, I want to see a fair value gap form above it. A graded response off of that and send it higher. It's a rinse and repeat every single day, you guys. Anyway. That's the gist of that. I hope you guys enjoyed yourself. As usual, I'm sending the love, my friends. I wish you guys all the best. Have an awesome day. Give me a thumbs up if you like what we're doing. Give me the subscribe, like, notify button. We're here every day for you. I wish you guys all the best, and I will see you bright and early tomorrow morning for the Thursday reversal. Yes, my friends, tomorrow could be the Thursday reversal. So let's see if we can punch it up. Where are we going to punch it up to? We can get above 742. That'll be the high. And what are we looking for? Then I'm looking for 765. Here's your numbers. 765 to 797. Unless we get the 12 o'clock reversal here. So watch, we could come right up into the mean threshold of that, reverse, come through this level, and then start running lower. So bull trap, watch out for the hourly bull trap because you're sitting right in it right now. 2 losses, bad entries. What? Russell. Share them on the Telegram there. I want to see where you went wrong there. so you can get some feedback. Watch this and watch this. This could be the price leg higher. Take that out. That's a cam 3. 1, 2, 3. If this quickly, aggressively runs off of here for lunch hour, or don't post it there. That's fine by me. But I just messed up. Gotcha. Write it down. Journal it, man. Why'd you mess up? What was in your head? I bet it wasn't because you broke a rule. Probably your emotions got involved there somewhere. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in, every one of you. I know there's only 11 of you left. I longed in a premium. Eesh, yeah, always gets me. Yeah, if it's not a long, you can take a long in a premium as long as it's a continuation or extension rule. If you're longing outside of that, you've got a different model than what I'm using. Okay, man, peace and chicken grease. See you guys tomorrow. Gold still going higher.